Okay friends, in this video we will discuss about our first phylum, that is Phylum Porifera. Okay, so uh, Phylum Porifera, they are commonly called as pore bearing organisms. Why? Because their body is made up of number of minute pores. In Greek language, porous means pore, ferra is to bear, hence they are called pore bearing organisms, are also called as pore bearers. Why? Because there are a number of minute pores which are present on their surface of the body, hence they are called as porifera. Okay, they are mostly aquatic and they are sessile. They are mostly aquatic, that too mostly marine, and very few are from fresh water, but most of them are present in marine water. And completely sessile, they are attached to the substratum. Their body is attached to substratum, but during their development, that is during their larval stage, they have locomotory organs, but once an organism is completely adult, it attaches to the substratum, hence it is called as a sessile organisms. Coming to their body organization, they are still at the cellular level of organization. Why? Because though they are made up of more number of eukaryotic cells, they are multicellular eukaryotic cells, but they are not, all the tissues have not combined together to form a tissue level of organization is not same, but they are still at the primitive cellular level of organization, where tissue level of organization is absent. Second one is asymmetric. Yesterday I discussed about the body symmetry, that is bilateral symmetry, and another one is radial symmetry. Bilateral symmetry is a type of symmetry where when an organism is cut into half in only one plane passing through the center, then if you get two equal parts, then such type of body is called as a bilateral symmetric body. Suppose if I cut an organism in any plane passing through the center, if I get two equal parts, then that one is called as radial symmetry. In only one plane passing through the center, if I get two equal parts, bilateral symmetry. In any plane passing through the center, if I get two equal parts, then that one is called as a radial symmetry. But these poriferans are called as asymmetric organisms. Why they are called as asymmetric? Because in any way you cut, will not get two equal parts, hence they are called as asymmetric. See here, this is radial symmetry. This example is for radial symmetry, this example is for bilateral symmetry. Here in radial symmetry, if I can cut this organism in any plane but passing through the center, I will get two equal parts. Whereas in bilateral symmetry, I will get two equal parts by cutting an organism in only one plane passing through the center. But here, however you cut, there will be no formation of two equal parts, hence it is called as asymmetric organism. Next one is body wall. Body wall, it is made up of three layers. Outer layer is called as pinacoderm. See here, red colored structure is called as pinacoderm. Inner layer is called as choanoderm, and in between there is a layer called as a mesenchyma. In between there is a non-living layer is called as a mesenchyma, within which number of amoebocytes will be there. Okay, so it is made up of three layers. Next, inner to the pinacoderm, there is a cavity called as a spongocele. There is a cavity called as a spongocele. This is called as spongocele, where it is opens through osculum. This opening is called as osculum. Next one is the skeleton system. Body skeleton system is made up of two types. One is spicules and spongin fibers. These are skeletal system where there is outer and inner body. It is made up of, see here, these are spicules and these are spongin fibers. Okay, this is about the skeletal system. Next one is body surface has minute opening called as ostia. As I already told, they are called as porifera. Why they are called as porifera? Why? Because they have minute pores on their body. Here, see, these minute pores are called as what? These minute pores are called as ostia. Next one is within the ostia on the inner side, pinacoderm, there are number of cells called as choanocytes which have a flagella. See here, this is choanocyte and each having flagella. These choanocytes with flagella, they always vibrate, and hence water suction, it helps in sucking in the water from outside to the inside. These choanocytes, they are also called as collar cells. Where they are present inside the pinacoderm inner layer, and they have flagella or cilia, they completely always vibrate, and as a result what happens, the suction pressure will be created so that water easily enters into the spongocoel. Next, digestion is intracellular and nutrition is holozoic. There is no specific system for specific organs for digestion. Just within the spongocoel itself digestion takes place. It is just an intracellular. As the cell injects the water comes through the ostia and enters into the spongocoel. If within the spongocoel any of the microbes are present, these microbes enter into the spongocoel, then they get injected by the cell by simple diffusion method. Okay, it is just intracellular and holozoic. Complete organism is injected into the organism, injected by the organism. Hence, there is no specific organs for digestion. Just it is a simple digestion system with intracellular type of digestion, and nutrition is holozoic. There are no special excretion and respiratory systems, or everything takes place by the general body surface. Everything takes place by general body surface. Next is reproduction is both asexual. Asexual is by the specially thing we need to mention here is the asexually it reproduces by the structure called as gamules, and also it reproduces by fragmentation, and also it reproduces by certain kinds of spores. So it also reproduces by fission. See here, this is in a diagrammatic representation for fission. So small pieces are cutting down from the parent body and they are coming out, then they are attaching to the substratum and developing into a new organism. Okay, then development is indirect, and there is, what I mean by development is indirect. Indirect development is a type of development where the organism, after giving birth, the new organism which is formed, it is having two stages. One is larval stage and another one is adult stage, where our larval stage is not looking similar to its parents. So these larval stages are having cilia or flagella for their movement, and they move from one place to another place, and when they get a suitable place, they attach there and they attach to substratum and they become sessile. During the development, the larvae is swimming, whereas adult is sessile. These are the characters of phylum Porifera. See, one more time I will revise. They are called as Porifera. Why? Because their body is having number of minute pores. They are mostly aquatic, and they are mostly sessile. Not mostly, they are always sessile. They are primitive cellular organization without forming any tissues. There is no special tissues which are formed, but they are still multicellular, but still in the cellular level of organization. They are asymmetric. Bodies cannot be cut into two equal halves in any plane. So body is asymmetric. Body wall, it is made up of three layers: outer layer, inner layer, and a middle layer. Next one is inner choanoderm, has number of choanocytes, and also the choanocytes have number of flagella and cilia, which helps in the vibration, or which continuously vibrate, so that the water, it creates a suction pressure so that the water enters from outside to the inside. Next one is skeletal system is made up of spicules and spongin fibers. The body surface has minute pores. Those pores are called as ostia. Next one is digestion is intracellular, nutrition is holozoic. These are very simple methods, a simple process. Respiration and excretion, there are no special structures for organs for respiration and excretion, or structures for respiration and excretion. Everything takes place by general body surface. Reproduction occurs both asexually and sexually. Asexually by production of gamules, spores, fission, fragmentation, and another one is sexual reproduction takes place by the fusion of gametes. Development is indirect. It includes the larval stage. Okay, but larval stage is having flagella for its movement, hence it helps in locomotion. These are simple characters, salient features of phylum Porifera. Okay, thank you.